30 days.
One niche.
And we kept it as a surprise from each other.
This was our biggest TikTok challenge ever. And we can't wait to share everything that we learned with you. So in this video, we are going to be talking about what exactly is the challenge and how it relates to YouTube. Because as you know, we are a YouTube podcast. Also talking about what exactly were our niches, the results, and what we learned from it.
We might inspire you to try the same thing. You can learn from our results.
If you do want to see a video where we share content and videos from the TikToks that we made, that is up on our other channel called TJTV. We have a video there. Today, we're just going to focus more on the learnings and how you can apply it to yourself because it was a really interesting challenge.
So let's talk about what sparked this idea. It was a few weeks ago, we were thinking, we heard the word niche a lot. I feel like the word niche has been around for a really long time. And that's when you focus on one specific topic or one theme for your YouTube video or any social media that you have. But we kind of struggle with that.
I struggle so much. I don't have a niche. We have a niche on this channel, Content Creator Pod.
Yes.
And that's because we worked really hard to try and do that. But in all our other channels, we're just everywhere.
We want to post what we want to post. We have so many different interests that we want to share.
Yeah, but the thing is, we wanted to know, does it make a big difference? Let's experiment. Let's do a scientific experiment here and see if having one niche only will actually help your channel and your account. And that's how the idea came to be.
Thought about TikTok because TikTok's a little bit easier than YouTube, I think, because it's short form content. So usually it's quicker to film, edit, and upload. So we came up with the idea for 30 days, we are going to pick a niche individually. So we didn't tell each other what the niche is going to be, and we will just post exactly on the niche. And then at the end of 30 days, reveal to each other and see how that went.
Yes, and it was a brand new account that we had to create. So we're starting from scratch. We started with 0 followers, and we only shared it with our parents, and Talisa shared it with 1 or 2 friends.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we didn't use the other platforms that we had or the followers we had because we wanted to really test out this. And one of the reasons we decided to talk about it in this podcast is because we live in a world where everyone's on different social media platforms, right? It would be silly of us to imagine that you are only posting on YouTube or only watching YouTube or you only intend to watch and post on YouTube. And I feel like if you grow on one platform and you get people to really engage with you, it's much easier to then transfer to other platforms. So whatever we learned from TikTok, I think it's easily to transfer into your own work and onto YouTube as well, if that's what you want.
I guess our theory why the niches will do well is because when we think about famous TikTokers or even famous YouTubers, usually you can describe them in only a few words. So even if I don't tell you the name of someone, if I just describe them that TikToker who usually shares crazy stories and cuts fruit, you might not know this person, but if you know her, then you'll know who I'm talking about.
There's just so many stories like this. And even before I went on TikTok, people I followed on YouTube, it was based off of that. So even people who are now lifestyle, previously they would do gym videos.
Yeah, or maybe makeup or hair.
Or slime. There's a channel that I follow that they do everything now. And it's really lifestyle based and challenges, but they got famous because of their slime videos when slime was trending, and now they can do anything. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's really interesting. So let's get on to the actual challenge and just talk about it. So we do know now what each other has done, and that's because we revealed in the other video we did. My niche was being on TV. So being a host or being on TV, manifesting that for myself. I think my niche just shows how much I struggle. In fact, I created a second niche where it was a little rock, and it was a satire of influencers, just trying to find what goes really well for other influencers and doing it as this rock.
Yeah, that was really funny. I loved both your concepts.
But that's the thing, because I struggle with niches. So I was
I think you're going to end up with 10 different accounts with all different niches.
Yeah.
And then for my niche, I combined 2 things that I really like. So my idea was to keep it simple because on TikTok, I wanted to film more regularly, which I actually only ended up filming every 1 or 2 days. I was making a tea and I would choose a random photo and tell the story. So it was kind of a sit down with me, let's drink a cup of tea and share the story. But I can't think of stories off the top of my head. So I thought it would be a good idea if I just have a photo and then I can tell the story behind it. And then even get people to engage with it and say, can you do you have a photo from this specific date or from this place? And then I'll try and find it and then talk about it.
Yeah, I think your one was really true to the idea of the challenge, because right now I can say this account, this girl that drinks tea and share stories about her photos. Like, I think it's really simple to condense it into one idea. And I really love that.
Yeah, and you felt very authentic as well. I was struggling a little bit to think about what niche I should do at the start. But then I just thought, like, what do I usually do every day? Or what do I enjoy doing? What do I want to share with the world? And then I just thought that, like, I drink tea. I want to share stories. So why not?
I mean, if you do want to check it out, my one is Tassiani on TV.
And mine's TJ_T_chats.
And we'll have it, if you are on YouTube watching this, we'll have it in the description. But if you're listening to this in another podcast, a bit hard to spell, feel free to go to our social medias. Content Creator Pod, we'll put it there as well, so it's easier for you to find. That's what our niches were. And we had to post for 30 days, but we didn't really have guidelines like you have to post every day or anything like that.
No.
Personally, I really tried to post at least once a day. Pretty much achieved that, with the exception of 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, I started off pretty consistently once a day, but then as time went on, I started posting every 2 or 3 days.
And I think on TikTok, it's different, let's say, than on YouTube, because YouTube you can do once a week, and if you really want, twice a week.
Yeah.
Or if it's really, really good, high quality videos like Mr. Beast, sometimes it's once a month.
It's true.
But TikTok, I think it really is a lot more about quantity.
But on YouTube, I mean, now that we have shorts, then it might make it a little bit easier to post more regularly.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And yeah, let's talk about the results, because that's the part I think everyone wants to know, which was what I wanted to know.
I was shocked. When I saw Tassie's follower count, I was like, whoa, in only 30 days, you got almost 1,000 followers.
I thought that was so cool. I was impressed myself. And the reason for that was one video. I mean, I had a few followers from others too, but this one video did so well. It was a random video of me, it's a filter, sharing what Netflix show I would be on. It was the most random thing, but it's a short video. People really loved it. They were saving it because they wanted, to do it themselves. They were commenting. I could interact based off of those. And that one has 200,000 views more.
Wow.
It's still going. This is why I say
incredible.
More than 200.
But even with the other videos, you had a few hundred in most of the videos actually. So it was like pretty consistent, I think.
Yeah, it was really good. I learned a lot about it.
With
you,
me.
Talisa?
Yeah, okay, so when I posted my very first video, I posted it at night and then I went to sleep. And I was like, fingers crossed I wake up and, I have a lot of engagement, like a lot of comments and likes. But I really had no idea what to expect. I could wake up to 0 views or 1 million views. So that was like really exciting. So I made a little bit of suspense for myself. I kind of posted and then only checked 12 hours later. And I was surprised. I think at the start it already had about 500 views. Wow. And just from the first 2 videos that I posted, I think already got 15 followers, which I actually wasn't expecting at all. I thought it might take a little while because I know what I usually do when I'm scrolling through TikTok or watching YouTube videos. Sometimes I watch the same person a few times before I end up following them. It did slowly grow over time as well. And then I think at the end of the 30 days, we got 26 followers.
But one thing that really amazed me by Talisa's videos is the level of engagement on those videos, which I think is so important. And I think it's one thing niches can do, and is get that high level of engagement by like comments, likes, shares, favorites. Like one of your videos had like 400 views. Yes. And 200 likes. Half the people watching, or someone watched it twice, were liking it. That's really high level. Usually, I've never seen that much like in our other content.
And a lot of comments as well. And like, can you post about this date? Or, like talking about the photo that I had just shared. So that was really fun. If you're wondering, do I post your own niche, which sometimes isn't trending, like it's so random. I was just drinking tea and most of the videos were over a minute long. And I guess I wanted to test that as well. If I could just talk at the camera or TikTok, or if it has to be a quick 10, 20 second video. Like when you do trends, like whether on YouTube or TikTok or any other channel, you might have that one post that will blow up, but then doesn't mean that people necessarily follow you because
people
they just
followed, but they didn't necessarily see the other
because they like that one specific video. But then if you are consistent enough to keep sharing your story and sharing, like whatever your niche is, then maybe it will be slower. It's like a slower burn.
Yeah.
But people might relate to it. And then if it reaches the right audience, which I think over time, you're going to reach the right people, right? And then they will actually engage with you. And I think that's the most exciting part, when you reach the right people and they start commenting and they actually want to see what you're going to post next.
Yes. So now let's talk about what we learned and what you can apply for yourself as well. First off, I would say try this challenge. 100%. Go for it. It can be on your current account if you have one, or a new account. Doesn't matter. I think it's such a good idea to set this challenge for yourself. It really holds you accountable. It's 30 days that you need to post, so it's not as overwhelming, because it's just, I just need to film for 30 days on this topic. It's not the rest of my life. I haven't picked one topic that I have to stick to forever. I think it really helps.
And then I guess like when you're choosing the niche, think about something that you genuinely like. It doesn't have to be something that's trending, just something that shows your authentic self and that you're excited to share about.
Yes. And then the other thing I learned is just post. Seriously. TikTok and now YouTube Shorts. And I think even YouTube videos, it really is not quality over quantity. I am sorry.
No.
I know this is controversial, but I personally do not think it's quality over quantity. I think some people can be, but I definitely think at the start, your aim is to get to people, is to reach the right people, is to get eyeballs onto your videos. After that, when you have that audience, then you can focus more on quality, post less, and do videos you're really, really passionate about.
You just have to get started though. Everyone has to start at some point. So if you're thinking about it, if you have an idea, post.
Because you don't know what video is going to do well. On TikTok, my videos that are not my favorite, all the ones that I don't put much effort, do really well. But keep this in mind. It's still a video that is authentic to me. That's related to the account I'm posting on, or to myself, or to my life. It's a video I'm not going to be embarrassed that it's going to be on the internet forever. It's not a horrible video, right? I'm posting quality videos, but I'm also posting those short random filters. And it's usually the filters that do really well. But hopefully what happens is that video will go a bit more viral, will reach more people, then people can see my account before deciding to follow, and then they can see those quality videos, I think it's important to have quality, don't get me wrong. I'm not worrying about it. I'm not discarding a video that I put my time in because, I don't think is my best. I don't think is my favorite. Because you know what? Everyone has a different idea of what your best and what their favorite is.
That's so true.
And you don't know what other people are going to enjoy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So I guess just post your stuff out there and staying consistent, because you might not see the results for the first few videos.
Yes. You don't know which one's going to do well, but you want to have that history that people can go back to, so that they can decide whether or not they're going to subscribe to you or follow you or things like that. I think the other thing is what I've learned posting on a niche is the more you're focused on that niche, the more creativity and things come to mind. At the start, it might be I really like this, but I don't have 30 ideas planned out. I don't have 100 ideas planned out if I want to post a few times a day. But once you start, you're in that mindset,
Yes.
And then you start looking at the world and getting inspiration from things for that, because you're tuned into that.
Yeah, that's true. Because when we don't really have our niche in our other account, sometimes it's what are we even going to film today? Because it's so broad. But then, if you have a specific idea, you just try and
you see a trend, and then you're how can I apply this trend to my niche? And I already know my niche and my ideas and things like that.
You're in that mindset already. You're just thinking about your niche.
I think it's a good challenge, even if you have writer's block. I don't know what you want to call it, a video maker's block. But if you do have a mental block, I think it's a good idea to just pick one. And it's hard sometimes to just pick a niche. That's why you just do 30 days. So you can just pick one, stick with one, your juice is flowing. And then you can see what kind of videos do well and what kind of videos you enjoy.
Yeah, and then you can reevaluate after the 30 days. Do you want to change your niche? Do you want to keep going? Maybe you're really enjoying, maybe it's going well. Just start with the challenge and see where it takes you.
I've learned that I really enjoy Telissa's tea time.
I'm glad you relate to it. I'm glad you enjoy it.
So now we can apply it to our own. I don't know yet if we're going to apply to our main account. So we have the @official TJTV TikTok, or if it's going to be the one you made. And then the other thing that I really learned, and it's now something that you can do both on YouTube and Instagram, and that is if someone comments on your video, especially videos that are doing well, reply to those comments with videos. This is something you did, Talissa, with when people asked you dates and then you were able to reply with a story video.
That's a really cool feature because then you're bringing the people who are watching, you're getting them involved with your videos.
Yeah, because it's so easy. When you're watching a video, you're not going to go to that person's channel, but everyone loves to watch a video while reading the comments. Everyone reads the comments. Seriously.
That is true.
And while you're reading the comments, you might be like, oh yeah, this question I would like to know. And then you click on another one and then you click and then suddenly you've watched a lot of videos from the same person. And that's what I try to do with that one video that went viral. Like I would get some questions or some comments, and it's definitely a change in mindset because I would see other people who would do that, but I would think, but we don't get those kind of comments. How do we do it, you know? But once I had that mindset, like, no, I'm going to reply to comments with videos.
And then you made it happen.
Yes, and it got some really creative videos that I enjoyed. That one that did viral was that Netflix filter, and it gave me like a TV show that I would be in. But some people said, no, you would be, you know, more suited for this one or for this. And then I dressed up as them, you know, or I did a video inspired by that. And
the people commenting actually help you with ideas for videos.
So once you're in that mindset, it's going to help you get more ideas for videos. But it's also going to get more people to watch, because if one video is already doing well, like capitalize on that, you know, and make other videos ride on that, like the tail of that one. Actually, that's one of the biggest lessons I learned, which I will definitely apply. And I'm pretty sure that on YouTube now, especially YouTube Shorts, you can do that. I haven't tested it out though.
I love it. And the key takeaway I took from this challenge is, like we have already said, just post, because sometimes I have ideas in my head and I just start overthinking it. Think it might not be good enough. So just get it out there and just get started.
And please, if you do try this challenge, so 30 days, one niche, and then see where it takes you, then please message us, leave a comment, DM us, whatever you want. Let us know how you went, because I am so curious to find out. Yeah, but if you found this really interesting and want to learn from more challenges and experiments that we've done,
we paid $700 to talk to a consultant one-on-one about YouTube and how to grow on YouTube. And we share all the tips with you, so you don't have to pay that much.
Yes. I don't know if we were allowed to share it because
it's up there. So you can watch it, learn as much as you can, and apply to your own channel.
Go to the last podcast episode that we've released.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.